in circles around us.
I'm rusty. Give me a break. It really is her. But she can't be serious. You know her, bro? Can you tell us who she is? Who am I? Who am I? What are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game you didn't know you were playing. Let's play another game. This time I get to win. Rise on the night, winner takes all. Ready or not, let's begin.
You don't want Mark Month. Your points were giving willingly. We were there for cupcakes. Obey or be timed. Finally back from Mark. The chat thing is still not working. If it's not working by Thursday, I'm just gonna switch to OBS. It's irritating. Who's ready for some Mark?
All right.
Mark phase, All Might. Mark month starts today. Mark month 5, My Opinion Academia. Hello. Yo, we back with Mark. Mark Weekend. Let's start the suffering.
Mark Weekend.
Egghead is insane. I can't believe I thought it was mid. It was
very, very good.
Yeah, it jumped a lot. Mark Strikes Back. Themes. Who is everyone's least favorite character or characters in My Hero Academia?
Bakugo. Easy answer. I've never been a fan of Todoroki. All for One.
All for One would probably be my number 2. Maybe Destro?
I don't feel anything about Destro. I feel nothing.
There you go. Who remembers Sugar Dude?
Everybody remembers Sugar Dude.
Hey DA, remember when your name was in my hero last stream of this vid?
Of course. I'm famous.
Def Bakugo. Are you excited for the One Piece remake? I missed the old expressive style then into action. What they've shown so far looks good. I'm excited at least for people to finally be able to jump into it, because I know a lot of people's barrier is the episode count and the older style of the animation. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, looks good except for White Usopp, which is trash.
Def Bakugo, but what up with Tape Dude? These bums don't even know the 3 Ps. Hey DA and BG. Yo. Nux November? No Bud November, no Nux November, no Nux November. Yes, Nux November.
So before we get started, I reread the what he's about to talk about.
Hey, Arius Queen.
Just to get it done. Can I show you what I would consider to be the most amateurish manga panel that I've ever seen?
Oh,
and this isn't just me hating on Horikoshi because Horikoshi's Horikoshi.
Yeah.
This is just like, what the f are you doing?
And what is it?
Chapter 21.
Chapter 21, you want me to bring it up on stream?
Yeah. Because there's no reason why this was done like this.
All right, it does that if I'm not actually part of it. Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're doing a King's Game video. Yup, that's definitely what we're doing. Find one.
I would do one. But again,
I'd have to read it. Like I don't want to.
Like he said, find one.
Because nobody's bumping it. Because it's a great premise and nothing else.
What episode? 21. Yep. Yeah, like the reason I started reading or I finished Naruto and Bleach was for this channel, so I feel like DA would
near the end
do it for this channel.
It's the big page splash. Down. Right there. Right, pop that on screen.
Yep. You know, if it loads.
Oh no. What's going on?
Nah, that's just being stupid.
Hey, that's cookies and cash, that is.
Thankfully.
Loaded fine on.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because I forgot they blocked ad blocker. They blocked you.
Thank goodness those are safe ads, because some of them, they be wildin'. So, you see this big two-page spread. I keep screwing that up. Go near the bottom. There are just 2 blank spaces.
Oh.
Now, one of them you could say is for Hagakure. I will accept that. He should have made it clearer with gloves because she has her gloves on. But if you do not grant that, that is just 2 blank spaces. That makes 0 sense. legitimately pissed me off when I saw this.
Yeah,
I just went, what are you doing? This is an active choice to put nothing there, not even clouds, not Shigaraki's hand. No, you can't do that. This is the heroes. Just do anything here. It just made no sense.
Yeah.
And this is I can't think of a more amateurish manga panel.
One. Okay, so Deku's over on the left. So Deku was probably going to be that white one there, or maybe one of the bigger ones. And then, like you said, Hagakure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 students here. Yeah, we're missing Hagakure.
So we can grant Hagakure, but that's still just a blank space, and it's just grayscale like the other ones. It's white background, gray background. So it looks like there's two people that shouldn't be there, and like you said, Deku and Hagakure. But it's just I just looked at this, I'm like, this is trash.
Okay,
no reason for that. That's all.
Yeah, it just made you mad.
Yeah. Because I was reading, I was just like, hey yo. This arc ain't hitting like it was before.
No!
Not only do obviously half the people do nothing.
Of course.
It's just like Bakugo, he defeated his villains. We don't get to see Tail Man.
Todoroki did something.
Todoroki, he instantly froze people. You got the little thing with Momo and Jiro and Kaminari. But that's essentially boils down to tart electricity caught. And that's it. It's just a lot of talk. He's gonna get into it, but I'll talk to it. I'll talk about it because it was just not. I'm just like, oh no, this reread is gonna be exposing.
Thank you for re-upping Soul and Carlo to the bums. Thank you for the super chat, Nami the GOAT. Y'all should watch Kuroko Basketball versus Slam Dunk. Is there one? Is there something like that?
I don't have to read Slam Dunk. I've already experienced Peak. Why would I go back down to the valley?
I'm gonna look that up because you might. I'll do it myself. I don't care.
I'll do it myself.
I don't care. Gabo, Hope, Carlo, Valstrax, Priscilla. Love One Piece Forever, Jay is Gay, aka Beach Sleeper, Blaze. You had to be on a stream for that. Pizza State Gamer. Gaming Environs. I'm gonna say Veer. I'm just gonna say Veer. Yeah. Nami the GOAT, Victory Greymon. Slug, Aries Queen, Artemation and Veer, Neo, I think we're Floofy, Joshua, MF Chris, Sebastian, C. I think we're all good there now. Thank you, re-upping Aries. Let's get into this thing.
I've never
David.
Heard of Blood Lad.
What's Blood Lad?
Joshua.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got some back-to-backs.
Dragon Instinct Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Dragon Instinct
Demon Slayer
Goku.
versus Slam Dunk.
Boy, I am stupid.
What are you doing?
Slam Dunk.
Hey,
Universal
stop!
Instinct Goku.
What are you
Angel
doing? What are we
Seed
doing?
Goku, Autonomous Dragon Force.
What are we
We gotta get into this video.
It's by Sly Hooper if you want to check it out. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Nami the GOAT. Thank you for the super chat. So question, how do you feel about Toga and Shigaraki dying but Dabi living? I think Dabi should have been the only one to die and they all should have
We
died.
will address that next week.
I will say Shigaraki should have died. I don't think Toga should have.
That looks interesting. I will put this on the list.
No! Oh, Bloodland.
Bloodland,
Okay. Floofy, thank you for the super chat. I haven't watched My Hero since 2018 after All Might's fight for All for One, just here for last. Oh yeah. That's near the end of the peak of My Hero Academia. We're doing a community service by giving some money to bombs. Kuroko Basketball versus Haikyuu video. They were very biased in the video. They liked Kuroko more, and I'll just say that almost everyone in the comments was defending Haikyuu. Oh no. Oh
17
no.
volumes. Okay.
Oh no.
We'll check this manga out.
I think it's already on my list.
Sleeker, borderless, modern looks that we see in today's anime. The hard lines and shadowing in the drawings, the different and distinct facial
Sebastian
You
says,
suck.
opinion on the latest One Piece chapter Vegapunk definitely moved up a couple spots on my favorites.
It was a good chapter.
Yeah, I've always
My
liked it.
demon time.
I just wish I
Is the
just
TTS down because it was.
Oh yeah. I just really wish that we would have gotten some of that flashback peppered throughout, as opposed to as we're leaving the island, here's the things.
I think it's fine. There's not really any place that you can put it, but it is essentially diegetic because.
Configuration
Or is it
updated
non-diegetic?
successfully.
Whatever, it's not being told in a story. It's just being told, hey, here's what happened.
Yeah.
So it's not like Vegapunk is going, hey, here's what happened to me. It's just like, hey, here's what happened for the viewer and the reader. So it could have been told at any time, but it's fine.
All right, let's get into it. We're finishing this up.
Much two sides of the exact same coin. Oh, I love this arc. I truly love this arc.
No, it's the best that I can say is that it's fine, and it suffers from the hey, let's go of just breakneck pace, not too much sitting down, and just because as soon as they get there, villains come out. It's just like, here we are, here's landslides and
Gamer
water
at 5
and
says,
villains.
Opinion on the latest My Dress Up Darling chapter also triggered Senpei is stupid.
I loved it. Love it.
See ya. Goodbye.
This is spoiler
Goodbye.
in the way that y'all know me.
4 chapters?
Y'all know me.
Yeah, 4
The
chapters.
worry starts. The countdown begins. Y'all know what it is.
It's music in manga form, poetry in anime form, all wrapped up in a simple failed class trip to Universal Studios Japan. But what's interesting is that at the beginning of this field trip, outside of a teacher or two and a few students, we didn't really have
was in the
any
mood to
idea
laugh.
what
I
the
would've
other
liked
members of the class were like, and yet by the end, I was Team Kirishima and Tsuyu all the way.
Pause,
You know,
because they got things to do. Tail Guy didn't do anything. Sugar Guy didn't do anything. A lot of people didn't do anything. So you going how we didn't realize who these characters are? Absolutely, but by focusing on certain ones, you might as well just focus on all of them. That's why I'm just saying, make it longer, give them all something to do, because they're all fighting, but we only get to see certain bits of it. And he's not going to talk about this, but the chapter right before this, there was the class president thing, and this just made no sense to me. Because there are 2, 4, 6, 8 people shown, 10 people shown that want to be class president, and I don't know why. It's Jiro, Tail Guy,
Ojiro.
shut up, Kaminari, Mineta, Kirishima, Belly Button, Anima, who's a very shy guy. So why is he doing that? Mina, Bakugo, and Deku. And that's just the whole thing of he didn't have these characters set.
Yes.
Why would these characters want to be class president? What would they do with that? What purpose does the class president serve for a Tail Guy?
Ojiro.
And I just looked at that. I'm just like, it's a failure of beginning manga stuff, like the whole Guy, Shino Bugs thing. But that's just like, don't do it.
in other words, this is very much Class 1A's coming out party, and more than that,
No,
It is not. We did not see Belly Button doing a single attack here. We did not see
Okay,
Mina
with the
do a
evidence.
single attack here.
Present evidence of what you're saying.
This is the coming out party of some members
Absolutely.
of the Class 1A.
Yes.
As a whole,
Jiro did one heartbeat pump thing.
that it too facilitates the chilling unveiling of perhaps this story's most important figure outside of Midoriya. And so, when this arc began, Horikoshi had two problems to solve for. Problem one, how do you make people care about such a long list of characters they don't even know? And two,
It is
Pizza Steak says, Oh yeah, the best arc. Remember when all those characters we didn't know do get one okay moment? Good times.
Yeah, they're okay moments at best. But it is very easy to get people to care about characters.
Yeah.
The first thing, they're on the bus and Asui just goes, "Hey, your power's kind of like All Might." I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I do remember that." She's observant in that way, and that's enough. Just a simple conversation of her just complete deadpan, and it's such an important thing to Deku, but she doesn't realize it. So it just something as simple as that.
How
And
does one
pervert Mineta was on full blast.
Fuego?
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
Also, sorry for bringing in a gender piece here, but Sanji stocks are up and Zoro stocks are rock bottom. Sanji's definitely up.
Makes more sense about what happened there, but Zoro, I don't know how his stocks go down.
Yeah, it's
Necessarily.
almost impossible.
give all of these characters no one knows about a compelling
Hey,
role?
what's going on? Stop!
Even if it's
Cut it off!
Shut up, you know.
That and BJ, in spite of them all ending soon after that, it has been a great year for romance manga, except Rent a Girlfriend Wall. Thank you for the super chat. So, yes, we're new at this. Remains probably my favorite current ongoing romance manga. Especially since certain ones are is ending.
In this story all at once. So,
Go back
how do
to
these
what he said. Look at all these nobody.
solve for? Problem one,
nobody
how
like
do you
these
make
nobody.
people care about such a long list of characters they don't even know? And two, how does one give all of these characters no one knows about a compelling role in this story all at once?
If you believe that they all got compelling roles all at once, I question if you even read it. Because if the compelling role is just to survive until All Might is there, I guess. But
Nina
we do
was
not see
literally
half of
standing
them
behind a hero for the whole time. Like she was shaking in her boots behind Finger Dust Man.
So, how did he solve these problems? Well, funnily enough, had I rewatched the anime for this review, the answers to these questions may very well have eluded me entirely. Thankfully, I'm a nerdy manga boy, and Horikoshi is a giving god. You see, the character sketches that divide the
Oh, that's what he's talking about, the posting. Yeah, I did get those, and I skipped them. Do it in the manga. You
Yeah,
don't get
honestly.
to just go, oh, here are their character traits and what they stand for in this supplemental thing in the volume. Because as it's coming out weekly, you're not getting this information. This is volume stuff. So you have to wait for the volume to come out some weeks after this big chapter
Maybe
thing comes
months.
out. And at that point, you just go, oh, okay, I now can recontextualize things that I've seen before, but I would have rather seen them actually showcase those.
At that point, you could read wikis and stuff. No
Divine
different.
Instinct Goku, Ultra Essence Goku, True Divine Essence Goku.
Who is more fleshed out in class 1A or the Z Fighters? Thank you for the super chat. Now I'm gonna go class
hard to
1A.
say.
Class 1A.
Because you've got like 7 in class 1A that are more fleshed out.
But you got I
guess. This
Black
guy,
Bulls stocks up.
this guy was born from a need
Gaming
to
and
have
Virange
somebody
says. Info dump.
legitimately was born from a need to have somebody who can bring the different members of the class together and bridge gaps. What? He's cheering all around.
Oh,
DC
so he
guys.
needed somebody. He's going into his mindset. Of
No, I'm
creating
saying,
career.
but what are the bridges that he's bridging? Is he the stupid people and the smart people, the headstrong people,
the
and calm
headstrong people, and bringing them into the fold, because I don't think Bakugo gets as integrated into the classroom if a Kirishima is not there.
But that's Bakugo purely. Who else?
I don't need
When I'm
anything
working on
else.
storyboards, he often helps me out in he's just yapping. When he was 3 years old, one night when he rubbing his eyes, quirk manifested, ended up scarring himself. Does he have a scar on his eye?
Maybe above his right one, you can see a little, but that might just be on my TV.
Oh no, he just like me for real. This tells me nothing other than his process when writing him.
And a small blurb of his personality, which is he's a cheery and all around decent guy, and when his power manifested.
These chapters often come packaged with
Back before I even thought up this manga series, I was going home one day, earphones inserted, and I thought, what if I had a character who could plug earphones into all sorts of things to listen to them, and who could use the earphones like whips? That'd be pretty cool. And what resulted was Kyoka. I've never met Jiro.
They
So-
did
Nami
put their
Lagoon
names
says,
up on the board. I
Class
was just
1A
like,
would have been
"Uh-oh."
better with 12 people.
Oh, for sure. So if we're talking about quirks as opposed to characters, this is really the first one I came up with. She looks like she'd play bass. This doesn't even tell me anything about her.
I like the outfit though.
Yeah, I do.
Quite a lot.
The end of villain shirt with all that.
I like
Yeah.
it quite a
For
lot.
sure.
That is a good look.
some useful insights.
Like Kirishima, this is another
Divine
character who's supposed to
Instinct
bring the
Goku,
class all
Ultra
together.
Essence
So
Goku,
Goku,
what are
Divine
we
Essence
saying here?
Goku.
If these two characters functionally have the same role, then he has 3 less paragraphs than the other motherfucker.
His appearance has changed somewhat since his debut, but that wild hairstyle refuses to calm down. It's a pain. He's fun to draw.
This does not make me care about him.
No, high key no. It makes me care more about Horikoshi and his writing process than
Yeah.
unrelated message. But did any of you see Supernatural? The first 5 seasons are very good, but I don't recommend anything past that. Thank you for the super chat, Aries. Our mother was very much into Supernatural, and it really put me off of ever getting into Supernatural. I absolutely will someday, but I can't tell you when that day will come.
I caught a whiff of the Super Hulak fandom, and that scared me away from all 3 of those things because they are insane.
Sherlock was crazy at the time.
Into
Best
their
team,
original.
Team 7, Z Fighters, Sailor Scouts, or the Straw Hats?
Sailor Scouts.
What do you mean in terms
Ooh,
of best
ooh, ooh.
teams? The best dynamic, the strongest, how well they play off. Oh, that's the same as dynamic. Their best backstories. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that could be.
He's 100% right, though. Stop after season 5. That's basically what happened with Smallville. Like, the first, 4.5 seasons are really good, and then it's like, you can kind of just peter out of that one.
Intended
She started out as a dude, but at some point I realized she'd be a whole lot more fun as a girl because she's naked. 'Cause she's a naked king. I keep wanting to properly introduce her quirk, but the right opportunity hasn't presented itself. I'm working on it. Favorite things, caramel hidden camera shows.
She has never just expressed any desire for caramel, as far as I'm aware in the manga.
I didn't even
And
see all the
hidden camera
favorite things. This is nothing.
This it's crazy.
What about Charmed? Anyone watch or remember that? Thank you for the super chat.
I remember it. Never watched.
Hey, our mother was really into Charmed, and it kind of put me off of it, but I will watch it someday. Charmed is one of those things that are in a big group of things I've always wanted to watch and or revisit. Clarissa explains it all.
Cyberman Wolf says,
Buffy the Vampire
If you
Slayer.
think Supernatural and Sherlock fandoms were nuts, you should see the Super Wollock fandom.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Super Hulak. That's what put me off of it because of Tumblr and hearing whiffs of that and threatening and doxing and all that other good stuff.
Thankfully, I'm a nerdy manga boy, and Horikoshi is a giving god. You see, the character sketches
Favorite thing, hardliners and tough guys.
that divide these chapters off
Favorite thing, singular rocks.
This is not a character.
come packaged with some useful.
Stylish thing.
Hamburger.
My favorite things is hamburger. Well, that's quite the personality you've got there, sir.
Insights into their original
Have we
intended.
ever seen him consume a hamburger?
Like, he didn't even invite Uraraka out to burgers. He was just like, what do you like to eat? You want if he went, let's grab a burger.
I love burgers. That's my thing. I'm the burger guy. Hey, it's me, Kaminari, the burger guy.
Purposes. Frequently, Horikoshi
Favorite
Ask
thing,
these
soba
niggas about the
noodles,
fucking
the
lolly.
kind that aren't hot.
But you see, later in the thing, oh, dude.
If he changed the thing.
There was a full circle thing in this arc.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if he's gonna talk about it, but I wrote it down just in case he doesn't talk about it.
Okay.
Just so I could get my rocks off. Cause of course, it's our boy Bakugo.
Of course it's our boy Bakugo.
J_ is gay, aka Big Sleeper, says, I'm the burger guy.
I'm the bird. That's me. That's my personality.
Best dynamics, backstories, character arcs, and strongest. Oh, we need to do homework on that one. Plus, it's been a very long time since I've seen Sailor Moon, so some of that is gonna be.
I'm gonna take a picture, and I forgot that my case has that.
Mine does too.
Really?
Yeah. Mine is a slider.
Oh, mine is a little. Yeah. And it doubles as.
See, that's what I like. That's what I do.
I like that.
I think we have the same phone, by the way.
We do have the same phone.
Yep. I feel like he's the first or second class member I came up with after Zoku.
Clothes. Lame.
After Zuko, Katsuki, and Ochiko. My memory's fuzzy though.
Not shocking. He has favorites, and I'm sure in Tail Guy and Anima, those were like the 16th, 17th, and just like, I have used up. I know I'm gonna do Ida, and he's gonna have a thing with his family. I'm gonna have Todoroki in this thing with his family. I'm gonna have Bakugo in this high praise thing. Tail Guy. Oh, I just need a seat. That's all he was.
I feel like I already read that. There's a lot to this guy. But I can't reveal what hasn't been shown in the story yet. I got a lot of questions about how Chapter 5 said there were 18 kids to a class when there appeared to be 20 altogether. That 18 only refers to ordinary exam-based applicants. Todoroki and Yaoyorozu got in on special recommendations, so they're not counted in that 18. Sorry if that was confusing.
We read Invisible Girls.
Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing there.
Hey, she was a dude, but
it was more fun to be a girl.
Boom.
Yeah.
15-year-old.
He will reveal significant changes he's made to their
I can't say.
You said that before.
No, I say Baba Boom 4-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Favorite thing: reading, especially illustrated encyclopedias.
I like the street clothes.
First, I have to apologize for something. When the chapter with the explanation of her ability was first published in Jump, I wrote that she couldn't produce organic matter. It should have been living things. I thought I could fix it in the editing stage, but the error it wound up getting printed. If she couldn't produce organic matter, then the insulator sheet and clothing would be impossible. Anyhow, getting the explanation of a superpower wrong in a manga about superpowers
what
is
does
unforgivable.
Invisible likes?
She likes hidden camera shows and caramel.
Yep. I can't apologize enough. If she knows the chemical makeup, she can produce any non-living thing.
I will not fault him for that.
Yeah.
That happens in manga. Katakuri is a Logi, and no, actually, is a special paramecia.
Just like with Ida, I originally thought to give her quirk to a pro hero. But I made the change when I realized that such an almighty ability would be much more interesting in the hands of someone less experienced. That's smart.
But she doesn't really struggle in creating things.
But with her confidence thing and her lack of makeup and with her quirk not being as fully matured as older, because we rarely see a pro hero with like the negatives of their quirk. Like Uraraka pukes. She gets really. We've never really seen that. So, what's up?
Are we very far behind? Because now people are just now reacting to me going Vavavoom 15-year-old.
No, we're ultra low latency. Can she produce food? I'd assume so. Yeah, maybe they're just super far behind. That's crazy.
Original design and purpose, like Bakugo, who was originally planned as an upbeat bot.
What is Momo like? And it was on screen.
Yeah, okay, so. All
That's
spicy
very
food.
weird. What's going on?
Yeah, they're probably behind by like 30 seconds then. We're just testing the amount. Yeah, we already read that. Hawks ran out of wings and Endeavor overheating is about it. No! No,
Wait, what's going on here?
no.
No, that's just very weird to like aim up.
Yeah, reload your stream or
Genuine
something. I
Hero
don't know.
says, I liked his first plan for Bakugo.
Favorite things: all spicy food, mountain climbing.
Obnoxious
What?
genius. He even drew what his face would have
Mountain
looked like. Originally
we-
planned as an upbeat
Is that like anything in the story that gives evidence to that?
And I think he even had to climb a terrain at one point. You'd think.
but obnoxious genius. He even drew what his face would have looked like. Oh god, kill it with fire. Thank Christ we didn't go that direction. But as I continued
Oh yeah, our boy.
Oh, look at these 4 sentences. Oh wait, there's more down there.
Favorite thing: martial arts. He's got a sturdy
That's it,
tail.
that's part-
That's it. That's it. I got nothing for this man.
I'm sweating.
He's got a sturdy tail. We're cooked.
See y'all next week.
He's got a sturdy tail. That's it. The fact that he managed to pass the exam, the entrance exam, with that alone is proof of his strength. I think he's a real hard worker. When he inevitably can't find clothes that work for him in the stores, he just asks an employee to make the necessary alterations. That's become standard practice at clothing stores since the proliferation of quirks.
to read these sheets, I learned that there was far more going on behind these designs.
A man who lives by the rule of rationality. I tried to think of what sort of person one would become if every decision was made rationally, and this is what I came up with. Assuming one didn't care about social decency at all, of course. I'm thinking his bedroom is completely bare.
Than simple visual flair. Certain characters were
Eventually,
designed
we're gonna
to
go
push
back
the
to
narrative.
all of this and
For
hear what
example,
Mark was
with
saying.
Ochiko,
Go back.
Sebastian says, Gear Shift episode happened apparently, so be prepared for that all over Twitter. Also, I am stopping Whole Cake Island rewatch because of this. Be grateful, you bums.
Go rewatch that.
Yeah.
This is Mark. You don't need to be here. His favorite thing is cats.
Oh,
Now,
flair.
same. But again, don't just write they like these things and
I've
then just
never
never
seen
showcase it. Chopper likes cotton candy, and we see him eating candy.
Certain characters were designed to push the narrative. For example, with Ochiko, she looks as
Starry Sky's Japanese food. She just likes food.
cheery and bubbly.
You would think that it would be something like ramen, something cheap,
Yes.
that doesn't cost a lot of money
That her
because that's
parents
all-
could buy.
and she's had it so much that she likes it. That would feed into her character. And when she was eating in the lunchroom, she just goes, "Oh, this rice is good," and I'm just like, this could be a time to showcase, "Oh, I'm getting real good food."
Not
But
that
just-
bargain bin storage that's 2 days expired.
as she does.
Stop talking about
because
Pig
as
Man.
Vigilantes, bruh. That's what we're cooking with
Hoshi
them.
says he needed her to be cheery and outgoing enough to drive conversations with the comparatively quiet and subdued Midoriya.
Pause.
And this
Early Uraraka is so fucking good.
Oh yeah.
I loved her sitting down and talking with Ida. I wanted so much more of just that.
But you got it at the end where she sat down and talked to Toga. What's the problem? It's the same thing. That's what Rash Plays taught me. I plan to have her appear with Izuku a lot, so she needed to be cheery enough to drive their conversation. She's unexpectedly brazen and frank, proof that there's no hidden side to her, if you catch my drift. No, I don't.
is where characters like Kirishima, Tsuyu, and Kaminari come into play, as their roles within this arc.
Jello!
Rain and Jello. Hey,
That
Same.
look at that. I love it. That looked so good. Holy crap! I love it.
Gets cold easily.
I love it.
Yeah. I wanted to include a Froggy character for quite a while now, so creating Tsuyu was really satisfying. She was meant to be a guy at first, but the class needed more girls. I'm glad she swapped though, and I really like her design
I
overall.
wanted to make a frog. I did it. She was supposed to be a guy. Now she's a girl. Thank you.
She likes
Horikoshi.
Rain and Jello.
And as is pointed out in a number of their character sheets, they were created to bridge the gaps between different groups of classmates in Class 1A that otherwise would never have interacted. Tsuyu is a
All right, so we can go back and actually listen to what he's saying.
Thankfully, I'm a nerdy manga boy, and Horikoshi is a giving god. You see, the character sketches that divide these chapters often come packaged with some useful insights into their original intended purposes. Frequently, Horikoshi will reveal significant changes he's made to their original design and purpose, like Bakugo, who was originally planned as an upbeat but obnoxious genius. He even drew what his face would have looked like. Oh god, kill with fire, thank Christ we didn't go that direction. But as I continued to read these sheets, I learned that there was far more going on behind these designs than simple visual flair. Certain characters were designed to push the narrative. For example, with Ochiko, she looks as cheery and bubbly as she does because, as Horikoshi says, he needed her to be cheery and outgoing enough to drive conversations with the comparatively quiet and subdued Midoriya.
But have those conversations ever driven the plot? Which is what your point was, in that some characters were created to drive the plot, and then you go directly into Ochiko. Did she have a conversation with Deku, which was like, because I'm cheery and upbeat, it has allowed us to push the plot forward? I honestly don't think so.
And then,
but early Videl was so good. Early Orihime was so good. They all get flanderized.
this is where characters like Kirishima, Tsuyu, and Kaminari come into play. As their roles within this arc reflect, and as is pointed out in a number of their character sheets, they were created to bridge the gaps between different groups of classmates.
2 of 3, but the one in the middle, no.
If there was another one that showcased that information, you should have shown that for Tsuyu editor, man.
In Class 1A that otherwise would never have interacted. Tsuyu is a free thinker who speaks her mind. All the while, Kaminari and Kirishima have extroverted and loud personalities that complement and draw in otherwise isolated characters in their group. And while we do get a taste of what these more outgoing characters have to offer at the very beginning, there's still more gas that can be thrown onto this proverbial fire. Look,
I like that transition off of a lot.
No, the manga panel was very good.
I liked that off of a lot, y'all.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this character emerge,
says she had everything until when Hori decided to make her independent, aka suppressing her feelings that hurt her character.
And she becomes kind of more serious after that.
And that's fine. That speaks to her character of, there are things that I want, but there are things that need to be done. And this is what I want. And we just push this aside for now.
From this portal, I was in shock. Without a single word, this character changed the entire atmosphere of this once light-hearted series.
Yeah, I did not like that. Because number 13 just talks about, hey, your quirks are very important. My quirk, I can make a black hole and essentially kill somebody. And everybody who has a quirk has the potential to kill somebody. So you need to be very, very careful. And today we're going to learn how to be very careful in using your quirks so as not to harm people, but to help people. Villains. We need more of that actual class hero stuff.
Yeah.
Pull it back.
Like when they had that training arc where Deku was finally learning to use his legs and such. More of that where All Might's just kind of pointing out people's things and what you can improve and that.
Pull it back, and if you want the time to showcase these characters that nobody cares about, here is the time. How does a Tsuyu who's not very good with fire handle a situation where somebody's in a burning building? Well, let's see.
It is important to reaffirm in moments like this, however, when you're looking back on something that happened over 10 years ago. Prior to this moment, everything that had happened in this series was relatively under control or under the supervision of the established heroes. Events like the entrance exam, the quirk assessment test, and even the battle train that got a little out of hand, all of these events, while they each possess compelling stakes, never veered into chaos or total loss of control like this.
I don't think that it is.
But see, that's the thing. Like I said, also keep in mind also,
I don't think that it's such a notable thing to just be like, hey, villains are here. The stakes are wrapping up. It's not a thing that's just like, oh my good. No, this is just a thing that happens in every single series like this. It is something that will have inevitably come, and it's coming now. Because before, when Ida becomes the class president, there's like a big panic. They show the big the gate in front of in front of the school, and they go, only people with a badge or a proper clearance can get into the school. And then there's a big panic, and then everybody's running around, oh no, there's been a breach. And then it's, oh no worry about it, it's just the reporters. And then they go outside, and it's the gate had been decayed, and they go, who could have done this? And that's Shigaraki. And you see that, and in the very next chapter, it's just like, hey, it's time for the field trip. And the next chapter, Shigaraki shows up. So it's not like it came out of nowhere. There was this lingering, oh, there is danger here, such that the entirety of UA panics.
Into chaos or total loss of control like this. What I love about this moment isn't what Shigaraki does to sell the seriousness of the situation, but rather what happens in response to his sudden arrival. Emerging from the warp gate, a lesser writer would rely on Shigaraki's own words to convey just how dangerous the situation has become, like a classic villain announcing their arrival in some sort of boastful fashion. But the trouble with that approach is we don't know who this character is or why we should care. But
at the same time, can't you say that for the Class 1A students? And then they just kind of say who they are and express that.
I don't see a problem in either approach. It's just saying, hey, here I am. I'm here for this reason. Even though he does say that. He's just like, I'm here to take care of All Might. But, or just pure act. I see no...
You're boring!
No issue
You're
with
fucking dull!
Either
you
one.
have nothing to say!
It's not a lesser writer, because there are multiple different ways to do this thing. Just because you do this thing in a way that announces them and their presence and who they are and what they're here for, that does not make you a lesser writer. It's all about how you do things.
Can't we say that about all villains when they're first shown? I would agree for the most part on that one, Pendra.
if someone we do know, someone who's normally extremely calm and professional like Aizawa, suddenly begins to bark orders and jump into action, well, that would shake the once thought to be stable foundations of this established series.
Sure. I mean, but Shigaraki himself doesn't need to be that. It could be 70 piece-ish villains, but they're invading the school or the training grounds of this with inexperienced students in a place where they thought they were safe.
And this is chapter 15 or 16, some sub like 17, chapter 17. Mm-hmm. We have seen Eraserhead a total of maybe 5 chapters up into there. The big ball throwing thing, and make a class president, because All Might was in charge of the battle between the students. So it's not like we have this big, he's always calm. He's never been put into a situation where he wouldn't be anything but calm. So now that he's in one, it's not a big thing to be like, oh, he's not calm.
Spice says, why the fuck would he not get serious if a guy came up to kill your students?
That it's praising things that are very base level. When All Might shows up, it's been established that he's always saving people with a smile. We've shown that he's done that in right before this whole arc. That's why he was late too, because he was supposed to be here, but he was out saving people and he burned up all of his time. And we see him saving 3 people, all with smiles. He's talking on the phone, everything. But when he shows up, even Deku goes, he's not smiling. So he makes note of that, the severity of the situation. This, we have not seen him enough to be like, oh, this is abnormal for his behavior.
I hate that term, a lesser writer. It diminishes others' approaches, and it puts too much emphasis on the story being shocking or unpredictable, or at least against the standards and the conventions of what's going on at the moment.
There are moments when you're a kid when you realize that your parents cannot protect you from everything, when you need to either sink or swim, or rather, in the case of Shigaraki, die.
Eric Vale did a great job as Shigaraki.
Absolutely.
The reason he's there is that he's after All Might. He wants to kill the symbol of peace, but as a piece of mindless improvisation, decides on the slaughter of this young group. Never have the stakes even approached this height. But
this is chapter 15.
Yes, the stakes haven't approached this height because they've never come face to face with a single worthwhile villain. The students haven't, at least.
Outside of chapter 1 Sludge, man. It's whatever. But this isn't some 50, 60 chapters of la-di-da hero stuff, and then all of a sudden, Mineta's head gets taken off. You just go, this is now this type of manga, you see. This is 15 chapters in. We've gotten what we need to get with the All for One thing, the Bakugo
because I don't give a fuck, it's
the school
cartoon.
stuff. We got all that stuff, and now here is the culmination
Hallucinations.
of all
Oh
of
my god, that is so cap.
it's nothing to jizz about. This is just things are now starting to happen.
Also the moment we realize what everyone is truly training for. Not to be better than each other, not to defeat giant robots or past training sequences. This is the end goal, and they are far, far stretched from reaching that goal. And ironically enough, this sudden dangerous ambush only further drives home the lesson these kids need to take away about this rescue mission exactly. That it's not about defeating or incapacitating your opponent, but rather prioritizing the safe and timely rescue of those who need it. This is then reinforced by Aizawa's reaction to defend
We're
and buy
ignoring
time.
the villains,
This is reflected.
babe.
But yeah, the villains are they're just whatever. But if that is the point in all of this, then we have to question them fighting instead of running. Who are they prioritizing when it's just Mineta, Tsuyu, and Deku? There is no prioritization. It is just we need to save ourselves
Silverheart
with the
Soul
powers
says,
that we have.
Question time. Teach Bakugan advanced calculus for 500 an hour. Or teach Inosuke how to cock. You have master level skills in what you teach. They have no skill in what they learn.
I mean, no. I have master level skills in that. Don't worry.
I feel like
teach him the thrust, boy.
I feel like you could do Bakugo easily because
Yeah,
he's a
very
smart guy.
Mhm.
It seems like he takes his studies seriously,
But-
even if he's abrasive.
Inosuke is a mountain boy, so he would have presumably had to feed himself, so it might be easier to translate that into cooking.
And Inosuke seems like a good dude once he's in the vicinity of other people and recognizes, hey, people care for each other, as opposed to Bakugo, who jump off that building.
In 13's guardianship of the children, and as Kurogiri, the swirling dark cloud of Warp Gate approaches, announcing to their faces that they are there to kill the symbol of peace, Midoriya is entirely caught off guard.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup! God, I love these two, but especially Bakugo. While Midoriya is caught lacking, totally distracted by what he just said about All Might, these two were incredibly vigilant. But it didn't
Because
matter.
that's not fair to compare them to Deku, because if Deku uses anything, he will crumble. So he has to save that.
On top of that, these dudes have had their quirks for presumably a decade. They are used to leaping into action when something's going down. At least the presumption of leaping into action, even if they don't actually do it. Deku has, for his entire life, his response to something like this would be to run.
Or analyze the situation and then figure out a way to deal with it.
Oh, Nux has been getting cooked.
Mark is not paying any attention to the story of Deku. Yeah, he already said that he loves Bakugo, so that might be where his focus lies. And if that's the case, this is going to be a very rough analysis series.
They missed the mark, if only barely, and what happens next as a result is why I now am familiar with and love all the members, not him, of Class 1A. I'm not going to go through each of these individual conflicts
because there's not many to go through.
There's this one. There's the Kaminari one. You get the end of Bakugo and Kirishima.
You get basically the end of Todoroki,
and that's it.
Momo, how? Oh,
Momo was
with Kaminari. Yes.
But Tail Guy,
Ojiro,
Sero, Birdman. All of these dudes are just
Takayami?
Tremendous detail, but I do want to examine why these pairings work. Aside from one, each of these groups possesses one of the three individuals Horikoshi designed to bring people together. Tsuyu rescues Midoriya.
Ooh.
I
see why he did it.
Oh, Mark, you've done it again, Mark!
And I would
Look at you.
I would be really into this if Suyu's thing said that.
Oh, you've done it again, Marcus.
But he's kind of forced the issue because Suyu's thing did not say anything about bridging the gap between
man.
Now I understand why he was doing his analysis. He said, either through the writings in these things or through their actions in the series itself. But I can't allow that. I can't.
And also, Mineta did not spring into action because of Suyu at all. He saw that Deku was being cool and he wanted to do that as well. Suyu did not bridge the gap between these two in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And create space for him to think and actually problem solve for their current situation. To be quite honest, this might be some of Midoriya's best examples of deductive reasoning. With the help of Suyu,
Yeah, because he rarely uses it anymore. He should have been using it because the series starts with him, his big notebook of and now he's just like,
Well,
I guess I got a
You
punch.
fucking
So
dull. You have nothing to say.
His deductive reasoning was, why did they send Suyu to a water place? That doesn't make sense. Oh, they must not know our quirks. They're still in the water and not coming out of the water to attack us. That means that my deduction is true. Otherwise, they would have known what we can and cannot do and would have hit us. So what can you guys do? How can we use that? Done. That was it.
But he tested it as well by having Mineta's orbs thrown into the water and the villains kind of like brush it away.
Mm-hmm.
So he did try, he poked at the problem, analyzed it, and then tried to come up with a solution, which did work.
But I don't think that that's, again, it's easy to figure out, hey, this don't make no sense to put a water person in the water.
he accurately identifies what the villains know about them, which is nothing, what their plan of attack is, and how best to escape while making use of everyone's power sets.
Oh, Mineta's wasn't the best use. He just, it was Suyu and Deku, and then Mineta's like, I'ma throw my balls.
And this again pissed me off, and I didn't write it down, but I just now remembered what happened. Let me go to this chapter. Let me go. Because he jumps in the water, and what do you think he says as he's jumping into the water?
I have no clue.
What would Bakugo do?
No way. No way.
It floored me.
No way.
It's like chapter 17, because the Nomu fight was, hey, look, there's Kirishima. Hooray! Oh, they're already out the water. and again, this was extremely short. This was like half a chapter's type stuff. And the other people, Momo and them, they got a bit of a longer time.
Okay. I don't not believe you. Let's just say that.
What would Kachan do? And he jumps into the water.
Importantly, not reducing himself to a liability afterwards, which was important, and sticking closely to the goal of the lesson coincidentally. It's an incredibly tight scene.
He does this thing. Mineta, there was no plan for Mineta to do the balls.
No.
He did not say you have to do this. He said we have to do that. His plan was to make that hole, make the splash. Splash comes up, they all come together, they can get away with Suyu's jumping. There was 0% Mineta in that plan.
Scene and one of the most underrated in this section in my view. Then we get Kaminari's group, and wouldn't you know it, he's the fuel for the fire here too. On a narrative level, this is the group that presents Horikoshi with the most difficult task, as we don't really know any of these characters. While we have on some level been introduced to the likes of Yaoyorozu, it's only ever really been in the service of exposing the failings of other characters. Which, while impressive, isn't exactly something for us to sink our teeth into. Furthermore, Kaminari and Jiro have been given virtually zero dialogue up until now, which is what makes it such an impressive scene to me, because it held my attention surprisingly well.
I'm sorry, Mark, do you have problems having characters hold your attention when they're introduced?
Yes. Because this is the time where they showcase who they are, what they can do.
And a bit of their personality.
And this would be the time where they hold your personality. I don't, again...
Attention.
Attention. Again, this is not a big thing for these characters to, hey, I'm paying attention to them. But at the same time, they don't really say or do much.
Within the span of only a single page turn, Horikoshi establishes the situation, Kaminari's personality type, as well as his powers and their shortcomings, which then creates the opportunity for the comparatively level-headed duo of Jiro and Yaoyorozu to take action and problem solve.
Okay, but replace Jiro with Kaminari. Not Kaminari, Kirishima. What changes? He pushes him. Well, he probably wouldn't push him. He'd brush him in. Replace him with somebody that would push him. Who would push him?
Momo. I'm not Momo. Mineta.
Mineta. Replace him with Mineta. What changes?
Kaminari is the perfect foil for this trio, one who's powerful but requires the confident and considerate guidance to actually make use of it. It's such a phenomenally well-written scene.
Because all it was I don't want to hurt you guys. Well, you can't hurt us now because we're insulated. This could have easily just been accomplished if Ida was there and just ran away. All it was go all out once we are safe.
Or Uraraka, and I'm gonna float us to above the ground, so just attack the ground.
This isn't anything special or spectacular.
BGDA, I don't know if you noticed this, but Momo's hero outfit after the 8-year time skip has her chest covered.
Yeah,
yes,
we talked about that in the live reaction. Yep. Nothing to look at too deep into that, I'd say.
The only grace I could potentially give it is because there's less villains going on, there's less need for her ability to quickly blah blah blah. I will give
it another piece of grace that she has gotten better with her quirk and therefore can do it through her clothes.
Maybe her clothes are even part of it.
Sequence that allows all of these otherwise unknown characters to shine bright. And as the situation worsens for the professional heroes as they try to juggle everything by themselves, we check in with our last group that boasts.
He goes, I'm not going to talk about all of these fights in details. And then he talks about the 3 fights that happened outside of the Kirigiri stuff with, because Ochiko and Ida was there, and it was just like, you have to run, and then she floated him. And then Tape Guy did something, which blew my mind. You shut the up. He is Tape Guy now and forever. He does not deserve a name.
He did a thing, though.
Of course he did.
My favorite dynamic of them all. In the context of this story, Kirishima is the single most important character to Bakugo. And I dare to say, even more important mechanically speaking than Midoriya. Since arriving at UA,
he doesn't really talk about Deku in his analytic skills. He just goes, it's very analytical, and he solves the issue. But now he's going to get to this dynamic that we've seen almost nothing of. And is essentially being built up here and now.
Well, his favorite's Bakugo.
It's the favoritism!
Think about it, compared to how he used to express himself in middle school, Bakugo, outside of a few aggressive, seemingly mindless assertions, hardly speaks at all anymore. Even on the bus ride to USJ, the little he did say resulted in him being teased and bullied by the class. He's not in a good spot, but in this scene...
He's not in a good spot because he's no longer the big dog in a small pond. He's now just a dog in a pond.
Yeah.
Drowning.
when Eraserhead was giving them
Nani the goat says, respect Bakugo.
How dare you? But when Eraserhead was giving them their sheets for just like, here's how you did on the mock fighting thing, he goes, Bakugo, you need to stop being so hot-headed. That's what's holding you back. And Bakugo just goes, I know. So he's already in the process of, this is, what is up with this circle-headed and Charlie Brown
Kirishima demonstrates his true value as a character, expressing his concern for others, the responsibility that he feels they have to protect those that can't attack, and that they should go back to 13 right now. Bakugo follows this with a typical Bakugo response, citing that Kirishima can go off and do what he likes, he's going to go beat the crap out of the warp guy.
But what about Uraraka has a moment where she just goes, Ida has to get away. Warp Guy is coming. I realize that Warp Guy is not always intangible. I can float him. And she does. She takes that action there. It's not purely a Kirishima thing of we need to protect those who can't protect themselves. Ida has a mission to run. He's not in attack mode. He's not in fight mode. If he gets caught, it's all over. She rushes in. There is no big speech. It's I can do something and I will do something. And then Tape Guy does something with no words because Tape Guy is just like, oh, I'm gonna tape you.
Yes, both his childhood friends got turned into Nomu.
There was also the winged kid, apparently is the grandson of the doctor man, whatever that means.
Nothing.
It's just more fluff that's just like, oh, okay.
We're connecting it all together. Well, you're really not.
Is where Bakugo would usually stop talking. But Kirishima, unlike all the others, challenges him and allows us to hear Bakugo's reasoning. And this reasoning isn't spurred on by ego or rage or anything we've come to expect from Bakugo, but rather careful strategy with consideration taken into account for others already. And none of this would have been apparent or possible to hear without Kirishima's involvement.
But the actions would have been clearer. We would have seen those actions without him just going, here are the reasons behind us doing. Once we see the actions that I'm hoping that he's going to get into so I can talk about, then we would know, oh, that's why he's doing these things for the people who cannot fight.
Ida's escape and ultimate rescue mission is not only the perfect role for someone with his quirk,
He talks
position,
about all of the fights here.
Not in detail, though.
What? He didn't talk about Mihawk versus Zoro in detail. What detail does he talk about shit? I'm sure he talked about UI Goku in detail.
and sensibility, but once again changes the dynamic of the entire conflict by putting the villains for the first time on the back foot, highlighting that you do not need to attack them in order to dissuade them. Despite being armed with this enormous hulking monster that easily overpowered and took out Aizawa, once Shigaraki learns of this impending rescue and influx of pro heroes, he says that they need to leave, but not before killing a few kids.
ほんとかっこいいぞ。イレイザーヘッド。
Holy shit, okay, I love this damn character. I didn't get the chance to talk about...
That was great.
But it was lessened due to the way that we got here. Because we see him fighting in essentially like a page or two. And then the next time that we see him fighting, Shigaraki is counting down. He's like 20 seconds, 17 seconds. Okay, I see what's going on. Your hair moves and then your quirk activates. And it's getting less and less time between the time that you can activate your quirk. It's like, you've deduced that all off screen. We did not see any of that. It just was not good.
Why is everyone related to someone in this anime? This really is new gen Naruto.
Hey, yo.
Thank you for the super chat soul.
Yo.
About this when his power was initially revealed, but holy fucking shit, do I love Aizawa. The way his power set was revealed during the quirk assessment, the way he just used his power to cancel out the most dangerous villain's attack, and despite this quirk not being suited to this situation, when Midoriya...
Sure, but then we have to just go, oh, he has these wrappings that he can just control with his mind or something.
Yeah,
the wrappings are such a big problem.
Nah, mechanics course, whatever, supplementary course, support hero.
Yeah, telepathy wrappings that are super strong.
Correct.
It's just.
Are you saying they can't do it?
I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm saying that we should have had more set up to them doing it. Stop doing ooh-ah!
Midoriya expressed concern for him before he initially leapt into battle. There was no hesitation, but instead a parting quote that reflects exactly the lesson he wants Midoriya to learn. Quote, no good hero is a one-trick pony.
But also, Deku immediately then goes,
sadly, your quirk is a one-trick pony.
But Deku then immediately goes, oh yeah, Eraserhead is best in fights where it's like 8 against 1. So what was the point of the fear?
This quote goes hard
All
as
Might
fuck.
is just big punches. Shut up.
Not only because it demonstrates that he is living...
525 says, I don't know about that, Mark. Power nullification seems pretty handy in combat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very helpful, as we saw in the last arc.
his principles to Midoriya, but also subtly highlights that he too, like Midoriya,
Look at
found
that! What is that? Who are you?
himself in the past.
What is your quirk? Oh wait, no. They said he was just like, oh, can you erase quirks of big, strong, meaty mutant people? And Isaiah was like, no, but you are just sucky. And he just proceeds to just beat him down.
Don't touch me, you filthy mutant.
The quirk that on its own had a lot of drawbacks, but he worked.
How you get cooked like that?
Like that?
On them, and now he's one of the best heroes the series has.
He's not one of the best heroes because they go to interview him and then they just go, wait, who is he? We've never seen his hero
even
ranking.
in the top? Yeah, I was about to say.
He does his patrolling and stuff at night. That's why he's so sleepy in the morning for classes and stuff. I don't think that he's one of the best heroes. Unless there's just some quote there that just say that. But one of the best heroes could be top 30, technically. And I think the laughing hero is in the top 30.
Commonly understated character, certainly up there as one of the best in this series, which is high praise given the company he shares. I've often said that My Hero Academia isn't a story that revolutionized the industry like Dragon Ball, One Piece, or Berserk even. And honestly, despite my praise for My Hero Academia so far, I do still stand by that assertion. But more than that, I think that's quite fitting. For My Hero Academia to be a story that has studied and learned from all the greats that came before it is nothing short of poetic in my opinion.
Taking things that they have done before and now using it here, therefore good.
It was influenced by other things.
I'm gonna start in machine gunning y'all talking about Pig Man.
Following All Might's uplifting arrival, I couldn't help but think that this reminds me so much of Goku's last-minute return
Chris
to say...
Shield says, take Berserk out of ya effing mouth, Mark.
Nah, did he do a Berserk analysis? I feel like he should have by now.
Why are we at Dragon Ball?
Why do you think? Come on now! What are you talking about?
He's read and watched so
He
many
never
other
left.
things. Why does it only remind you of this thing?
Save his friends on Earth towards the conclusion of the Saiyan arc. And at first, it does feel
I don't agree because in this situation, we know that All Might is already out of time. He goes, dang, I probably got a minute left by the time he gets here. He does his first sprint thing, and then Shigaraki instantly just goes, you're fast, but you're not as fast as I thought you would be. You are getting weaker. This is not the same feeling because Goku is at 100% power. There's no touching him against Nappa. The comparison is not there. Unless the comparison is purely just big, strong guy who will save the day is here. But why Dragon Ball?
Reminiscent of that. All the pieces are there, arriving too late to prevent the majority of the damage, but just in time to save someone's life.
Majority of what damage? Was anybody hurt or killed?
It was simply Deku's finger at this point, and Eraserhead,
and the finger hero space
number 13.
Yeah, 13, which I think they recovered.
They did recover.
Then I don't.
That is, until the mood changes, and then you realize it's actually the total opposite of that scene. And I think that's intentional.
But I don't think that it's good to introduce someone in like the 16th chapter. Shut up. We're gonna get there. It's fine. We understand what's happening on the screen here. But at the 16th chapter,
all the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries, all the single furries.
On the 16th chapter, to just introduce somebody with several people quoting saying he is as strong as All Might. I don't think that that's good to just be like, they can manufacture people as strong as All Might. They've brought one, next time they're going to bring three. And what are they going to do because All Might is done? Oh, they don't. They don't bring three until Endeavor happens. And then after that, they don't bring levels like that again.
BG, this Mark, totally not Mark. This could be a slice of life, and all roads will still lead to Dragon Ball. But it doesn't need to. They
what are you
Super
talking
Chat,
about?
So
Of course they must.
no.
Because this is like Dragon Ball. Much like Dragon Ball, insert thing that is kind of similar to Dragon Ball.
If you squint really hard and turn your head.
Who shows up and overwhelms his opponents with his abilities, All Might, the hero, who dons a big bright smile, arrives for the very first time with a grimace, despite the action having not even begun.
Goku arrives with a grimace as well.
He's already fighting with borrowed time, in no fit state to clash with a formidable villain, let alone
Sebastian
several.
says, I would rather read that horrible Twitter thread that said men only like Senor Pink because he justifies their idea that men are owed women's time, attention, and body. Because this video is ass.
I've never seen that thread, and I shan't seek it out.
Including this savage Nomu. In the manga,
it doesn't make sense for him to take out those 5 people instantly. And then he hits Shigaraki. Shigaraki falls. He saves Deku, Eraserhead, all those people. But then Shigaraki gets right back up. And that just makes no sense. Dragon Ball invented storytelling. Why would Mark not bring it up? You know, you have a point.
Prior to the fight even beginning, where his body is visibly shaking. Shigaraki even recognizes that he's not as fast as he once was, that he could be getting weaker. His arrival is certainly a welcomed relief, but it too comes with a healthy amount of tension. And for me, the greatest source of tension during this battle stems not just from the conflict taking place, but additionally within Midoriya yet again.
No, well, this is not simply for you, because Deku clearly showcases what the issues are. He's like, All Might doesn't have time. These are a lot of villains that he's going up against. I tried to punch that Nomu and it was nullified, so I have his power and his power is going to get nullified. So how is he going to beat him? These things are all properly conveyed, not through just the story, but through Deku. You'd be a fool to not be like, oh, the conflict is not simply with All Might, but it's also with Deku. As he's going, I need to do something because All Might's going to get exposed.
All the students gleefully look on in blissful ignorance of what's taking place. Midoriya is the only one who knows the reality of the situation. More than ever before, All Might is faking it, on the cusp of collapse.
Oh, go back to the Deku holding Eraserhead.
What's taking place, Midoriya is the only one who...
Because that was his arm that was broken. Eraserhead's. This would have been a very good lesson of them after this happening going, Deku, good job saving me, but you jostled my arm so much that it is in shambles, sir. You've ruined me. You need to learn how to handle injured people. You can't just grab them by the scruff and drag them along the ground. This would have been a good lesson for that, because they're just hauling the motherfucker. like a bag of rocks.
I don't think I need to tell anyone that the fight itself is obviously a highlight for many. And while great, I think there's an understated quote from Kirishima following its conclusion that speaks to not just this conflict, but the whirlwind of conflict within All Might himself. He says, like straight out of the comics, he just smashed his way past the absorption, the ultimate bruiser. What I like about All Might's makeup as a character is the fact that he's a walking contradiction. He wants to be and appear like those unstoppable Superman archetypes from the golden age of comics in the 30s. But the trouble is, he's in a far more evil and complicated world than that. He feels a powerful pressure to be something that he's not, in order to free the public's collective minds from the worry these evildoers try to instill. Once again, in the case of All Might, Horikoshi chooses to leverage the dynamic of internal and external conflict. Every inch of All Might's design speaks to this conflict, but perhaps none more so than his ever-present, never-changing expression. The purpose...
I was with him there. I was with him for so long. I'm just like, good analysis. I agree with all of this. And then he goes all of his design. The big hair spikes. The outfit. How does blue and red signify his desire to... Not everything. It's the smile purely.
The purpose of character design is to communicate without words something key to the personality it's trying to represent. All Might's inner struggle is that of being a sickly, weak man trying to live up to his own lofty legacy, trying to hold it together only to, at every turn, fail time and time again. Fail at being a teacher, struggle to be an effective mentor, and now
he sucks.
Suddenly, he begins to slip as a hero too. All the while, the external conflicts, whether they be interpersonal, professional, or on the streets themselves, place ever-growing surges of pressure on his ever-weakening shoulders. But, no matter what, he refuses to yield. He refuses to settle for anything other than the ideals.
This was a really good block from Mark.
Sure, absolutely. This is not hard analysis stuff. This is all clearly conveyed, but you're showcasing it.
This was really good.
This is more of this would be good. His hair is V for victory. Shut up.
Represents, reassuring the world with a big, friendly smile that everything is always going to be okay because he is here. Like All Might, his design seems like a contradiction to common design practice on almost every level. Contradictions to design principles
The almighty
Horikoshi
Hugh
himself
Hansen says, will Mark ever stop being a hype beast?
No.
implements and explicitly tells us he uses throughout these sheets he's provided. Take this character design for Bakugo from the front of Chapter 10, for example. In these character design breakdowns, he more often than not cites the eyes as the element that plays a key expressive role. His design of Bakugo's eyes specifically say, and I quote, explosively angled at about 80 degrees. Go for the full 90, kid. This naturally tells you something about Bakugo. The same can be seen from Midoriya's teary pupils.
But what about Jiro? What about Momo? Todoroki through his scar and his heterochromia, sure, but
Ida's stern, square-shaped peepers. Both offer insight into the character and through looking at them, tell us something about their
yes,
personality.
but these are the characters that fits. What does Kaminari's eyes say about his personality?
Mina.
Tail guy.
Oh, Jiro.
You we've talked about this.
In other words, effective character design is a visual language, but All Might's design for his eyes say nothing. His face is an unflinching, almost unchanging mask that, like a poker player, refuses to show any other emotion, refuses to let his guard down, refuses to appear human. And that's the point. Despite breaking this rule, Horikoshi communicates more about All Might through his eyes than any other approach he could have ever applied. Hilariously, it's the most complete marriage of both design and character that I've seen certainly in this series and perhaps in all of the manga I've read. It's that conflict between All Might's ideals versus what his body prevents him from doing that makes him such a compelling character and what fueled this incredible scene.
But that's basically Kimi from Naruto. His body's breaking down, but his ideals keep pushing him forward. It's just in a different framework of it.
How is it breaking the mold of character designs again, Mark? Take out that line and it would be better. But he has to be like, this is better because this thing is not as good as this thing and it's better than this thing. It's just, come on. So what about when his eyes are seen when out of All Might form?
Says, is Mark doing an eyes analysis?
Yes. But when he's outside of his All Might form, his eyes are shown, and therefore he is more human and more vulnerable, ... if we're going by Mark's analysis.
Mm-hmm. Going through and studying this series has opened my eyes to how much subtle brilliance was behind this first segment of the story, leading me to appreciate it more than I perhaps ever have in the past. And my hope is that with my coverage of Season 2 and beyond, that will continue. As always, I've been totally not Mark. I'll see you all in the next arc. Thank you so very much for watching.
Can you go to chapter 18 for a second?
Why?
If you would. There's the thing that I wanted to talk about that is full circle.
Okay.
Yeah, more of Mark, more of the that, and less of
that was a really good ending.
Just put it up on screen because you're gonna have to scroll anyway.
I was trying to find the specific point.
Sure, but last time
we don't
you
get
did that,
done up.
The people don't get done up. I've realized that. I've not seen anybody get done up.
Hey, we're gonna be the first ever that gets done up.
I'm more worried about the ads are fine. What's going on?
Real Luster says, did Mark ever knob wash character design in Naruto or One Piece like? Or he's now analysis his design because he has a character to make it easier.
He did do character analysis, design analysis for Naruto. I remember that.
It's funny because I have a Jump account. I just never use it for my PC. So,
bam! Bakugo saves Deku from Kirigiri. Full circle, baby. Get in there. You see, it's like the thing that happened at the end. He comes out of nowhere and saves Deku from Kirigiri. Hooray! 3 cheers for Bakugo. Get the f out of here. I have no clue if this is intentional or not.
oh,
Because
I
this could be
don't think
seen
so.
as the first time that Bakugo saves Deku, and then it's the last time that Bakugo saves Deku, and it's essentially the same thing. I don't know if I'm thinking too far into this.
I think you are.
I may not be, because this man, we've showcased that he's all about full circles.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like he would have did something thematically with Deku saving Bakugo, and that being the catalyst, like his last mission before the Embers
No. You're missing a thing. His Horikoshi's full circle is just doing the
Ivana
thing
Neri
again.
says,
Oh.
now that we've finished, can we read the rest of the Class 1A profile?
What else is left?
If you go to the...
I'm not going to the
All right,
fit.
then.
What am I
Well,
know?
there is your answer.
No!
Ivana Neri.
What do we need to read a wiki?
When is the thematic analysis of Pigman coming? Soon. 8/17/2024 at 3:16. All right.
What do we want to do? Because that was fairly short.
Yeah, I knew it was. We only had like 15 minutes left of that.
But even with 15 minutes, we've stretched 15 minutes into like 2 hours.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
But that was with tangents and stuff. This is Mark stuff.
Dude,
Mark doesn't.
we haven't. Oh yeah, we did, but it's different.
This is a combination of Mark stuff, an area that you've not read again.
Yes.
That it was fairly fine. So there's not too much to. This is not end of series My Hero stuff.
Yeah.
This is beginning of series. It's still fine. So there's less to say about this.
We
This isn't
did
demon.
T23 last time. These monsters. Oh, you're looking up the issues you had or what?
No.
Oh.
MF Chris says, let's do Phil.
Phil, what could we do with Phil? We're coming up on a Phil day.
Yeah.
We don't need to do anything with Phil. And we just had a big discussion of Phil in our last episode. We're good there.
We could skim his other ones because he put out 2 more
2 more what?
My Hero videos. I like that idea. That's good stuff.
Season 3.
Goodness, was that Dragon Ball? I'm looking down at my notes. I just look up and of course I see Dragon Ball.
That was indeed Dragon Ball.
It's way better than I remember. Let's go! Season 3 of My Hero Academia flows exceptionally well, and I'm happy to say that flow carried
Season 3
over
was
into the
good.
manga's version of events. On more than one occasion.
Season 3 was good. Season 2 was good.
What was season 2?
Or was season 2 was the UA festival. The fight. Yeah.
There's just not much to say about that.
Yeah. Well, this was good. That was good. There's not. I mean, we're gonna get a clap box.
That's why I was wondering why these mobs wanted us to do this in the first place.
Yeah. The first one I can understand.
I don't understand that because I thought it was good, and now I'm changing my opinion because I had to read it. And,
Gaming and
it's not
Virench
really that
says,
good.
T23 Bleach.
Stop with this T23. Why is everybody saying T23? We should just leave.
Yeah, we should. We've given them enough.
Yeah, we should just leave, y'all. High key. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up recent My Hero Academia videos.
They are there. There was one that I saw that I just put on the list. Did I not put it on the list? Am I stupid? Is that what happened?
Am I the fool? Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think I'm just stupid. I was going to, and then I didn't.
Oh, dude. They're big mad.
Oh, yeah. I put those on the list already.
Oh, dude.
There are
all
like 8 of them that are like. Now hold on a second, you guys.
Oh, dude. They're so big.
Wait, was that the Weeb Commander? Oh, that was his I gave up on. Go to his channel. What did he think about the ending?
When I say the words criminal organizations in anime,
don't do this. Spoilers, by the way.
For everything, apparently. Deku's new form. That in clickbait bullshit is right up there.
So chapter 430, the final chapter of MHA came out, and I'm not crying, you are. It's a terrible.
He loved it.
Terrible day for Rain. No, I don't care that I'm inside. One of the greatest
T23 Bleach time.
Stories ever told, certainly the greatest superhero high school story ever told, has come to its conclusion, and its ending is a legitimate roller coaster. And
he loved it.
Oh, this dude is such a dumb mark. And I would put it on the list, but last time it was 80% synopsis, boys.
This chapter, we get everything from seeing the new generation.
We get everything!
It's a scam.
It is a scam!
Of up-and-coming heroes, a really old All Might, and the Class 1A, all grown up. Yes,
is
that's
that
right.
Everything?
Yep. What else could you possibly want? Character drama, a little bit of an explanation. Too loud. He's too loud. Let me turn him down a bit then.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the definitive end of this story, and it features an 8-year time skip.
Obvious reasons. Question
2, would you rather be Super Yamcha, Deku chapter 430, or Boruto Kiba? You can't change their life or outcome of their end. Super Yamcha.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah.
He's just a sad boy.
Young, it is what it is. We stumbled upon the Weeb Commander. We're going to watch a little bit of it, I guess.
There's a clip that I wanted you to add.
Scammed on Amazon. Wow. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this story? I forgot about this. I got scammed.
Right there. It's so clean.
Yeah.
Just, I got scammed.
Yeah. That's definitely going to be when that's going to get added. What is this video you just linked?
Yep, that is on the list.
Lingering questions that we
But the only issue is with that is that's another one of those things we have to pepper in, because obviously this is pseudo My Hero month, but we can't just do ending. Yeah. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be a second before, not a second, but because there's still so much to talk about, because half of these months ain't even talk about
what was going on in this universe now that's ending. We saw the embers of One for All fade away from Deku. Class 1A rise in heroes nowadays, which is kind of a
Unknown
subliminal
Gaming
way of
XL
telling.
says, I got scammed. DSP the Project 7 scammer.
Strongest kids have chances at becoming heroes nowadays, which is kind of a subliminal way of telling us that the defeat of All for One has stabilized hero society.
No, there is no subliminal way of saying that. They literally said that in order to be a hero, you need to be the best of the best, because villains are way lower now. There's less of them. It's on the page. There is no subtext. It's literal text.
Doesn't sit super well with Dai, and it makes him upset. And after school, while he's walking home,
the rate of new villains keep decreasing, and the number of heroes have Stabilize. Stabilize too. What? There's this dude. What? Mark. I love the subtext.
Eat shooting. And yet Deku, being the superhero that he is, says yes. Of course. It's my time now to give people
Of course you drink this up. You're supposed to.
And he did.
Go to what he thinks about the dump in racism is over now.
Where would that even be?
It'd be a little bit after. It'd be before. Is it before or after the class? Just skim it. I'll see. I'll know when I see it.
For some reason, the last chapter of the epilogue, another girl says that she wants to work in Hatsume's lab. Hatsume is the girl with the Zumai quirk who was on his paper. He writes that he wants to become a hero.
Why would we not know who Hatsume is?
To become a hero, he goes to the All Might, traveling from school to make sure the program that Araka pushed to get instilled in all schools to make sure that people's quirks weren't weighing on their mental health.
Hey, where are you getting this information from? Did you read a different manga than I did? You extrapolating a whole lot there, homie. I don't remember reading all that.
Why would she do this? What does this have to do with Uraka? Well, as we know from chapter 429...
We know! What? Do you... How old are your... How literate are your fans, the people that watch you? There's a... We know! Why else would she be... Oh, that's why! No, it's clear!
You spit on me.
The battle against Toga weighed very heavy on Uraka, and thus she blames...
He's not saying Uraka.
...herself for Toga.
No, he's not.
No, he's saying Uraka.
The battle against Toga weighed very heavy on Uraka, and
yes, Uraka, that's her name.
Blames herself for Toga's death, something that Deku had to help her work through. And
yes, I remember these things happening in the manga, sir.
Dude, this guy stinks.
They spelled it out for you. There was no subtext. It is direct text. I blame myself. Why do you blame yourself? Because she was mentally damaged. Why is she mentally damaged? Because the court counseling bullshit.
Can we watch something fun or good? Like Asavane or Soiled?
This dude is so... He's so baby level. Either for himself or for his audience. But either way, it's meaningless.
I don't see how he got over 70K in 2 weeks for synopsis and remember from last chapter.
Baby
And thus it appears as though she's trying to make sure that nobody in Japan ever goes through a similar situation to Toga, where they're given a quirk that makes them different than how society wants them to be, and they have nobody to counsel them and help them work through this abnormality in a way that's healthy. Like that? And thus these four heroes are trapped.
That is
TikTok brain.
That is that TikTok brain. There needs to be movement.
Yes. I can't just sit down and talk to the audience. They're not going to pay attention. There needs to be constant stimulation on the screen.
Traveling from school to make sure that their quirk counseling program is working correctly. And it's revealed that this program, instilled in schools nationwide, is one of the most important...
This dude is back. It's the page before. Is he not? Oh, there he is. There's our boy.
One for all, full cowling, Detroit.
Look, it's core. You're Rocka.
To space incidents in a peaceful manner. The bigger dude wanted to be a hero. Everyone that he's got 4 arms and he can... made hot? Listen, I get that he's got 4 arms and he can technically do whatever he wants with his arms, but the shoulders they put on this dude? They made Shoji built like an NFL linebacker, maybe even bigger. Dude's built like Prime All Might with double the arms. And they gave him a kind of cool jagged ponytail. He looks good. But outside of the fact that Shoji looks hot, we see him receiving the Imamura Award for his efforts to resolve prejudice-based incidents in a peaceful manner. Basically, he's a social justice activist. And as he's receiving this award, presumably for his work in destigmatizing heteromorphs, he gives thanks to the heteromorphs who marched on the hospital 8 years ago, which confirms that the time skip has only been 8 years, and how without their efforts and their voices being...
It says 8 years
It says
later.
8 years later.
It says it.
Why would it need confirmation?
Why is this...
being lifted up towards the heavens about how they're sick of being repressed in regular society, that he wouldn't be standing where he's standing today. Next we see Ida
That's it.
This dude is worthless.
He sucks so
He
bad.
can go to the very end so we can hear his thoughts. He's really bad.
Where are they?
Right there is good.
throw herself off that ledge that she was on. I am happy he used the last remnants of his ember to be there with her. And while I could have accepted Deku being a quirkless teacher who was guiding the next generation of students into herodom, for him to be doing that while the rest of his friends were out being heroes just didn't sit super right with me. And Horikoshi knew that, that's why he did a psych out. So Deku and all of his mid-20s friends all getting to be heroes together once again does make my heart smile. So,
J
really,
underscore
when it comes
Stay,
down to it,
aka Beak Sleeper, says, Glaze 1,000,000%.
1 million.
So you get, no matter what, you get the teacher, which you're happy for, but you also get this, which you're happy for. You get the best of all worlds. There is no losing here.
while the manga was far from perfect, my God, what an ending. But I'm curious to hear from you guys. If you could have written MHA to end...
Horrible.
He stinks.
Big smell.
Yeah. Maybe we just do an early one today. There's no problem with that. We give y'all 4-hour ones all the time.
Could you hit Phil real quick? He's streaming right now.
Say hi, and they're kind of nice, and we have a conversation. That'll be different, just for the hell of it. Let's try it. That's what happened. Like, I made an account on there, and I just said something in their chat, and we actually had
this about Kick.
Nice back and forth
Pause.
conversation.
Why are you explaining what happened? You've explained this not only countless times. So the Kick people know what's up. Your fans know what's up. You should be explaining this. And I hate his new the soundproofing.
Oh yeah. He set up all stream last night, sniping at people just like I know you want a gameplay,
And
don't
half the date stream.
What?
Mm-hmm. It was half the date
I
stream.
think I did it like one more time, and then we basically we talk behind the scenes.
This
dude is really explaining it. For whom?
Look at the room of this 45-year-old man. This is goofy.
And like, DMs and stuff, and that's when the thing came about to be on the show. So there you go.
Why is he rocking like that?
Exit and Y
Story. Very exciting story. Everyone's very excited.
His haircut is the worst it's ever been.
The tapering off the fade, it looks very bad.
It's the worst.
And this Tim the Toolman Taylor shirt is awful. Flannel does not look good on him.
All right.
Yes, Deku heading out in his $1 billion suit to fight a purse snatcher since villainy is on the decline. Holy crap. It's a waste.
What do you want to do?
The people want T20.
They're always gonna want.
I know. I don't understand it. Let's put it like this. There will not be T23 next week.
Mm-hmm.
There will not be T23 the week after because I'm out of town.
Mm-hmm.
So the best that they got is in 3 weeks. We give them a little, and then they shut the up for 3 weeks.
Unbelievable. They won't.
They will not.
They're gonna ask for it at the end of the field stream.
I understand. Speaking of which,
F5 says, "Give us our King Goku T23."
So next week, the last week of the month, I'm going out of town. So next week is going to be Saturday. Is going to be the My Hero Academia because reasons thing, and then Sunday is going to be the field stream. So Sunday at a certain time is going to be field stream. We don't know what time it is. Miki's going to decide that, and then you'll see, and then you'll forget, and then you won't remember, and then it'll be halfway done, and then you'll be salty at us.
Yep, for some reason, like it's our fault.
Oh, look at that bleach wood.
Ever wondered?
We shouldn't even be here.
That's very personal to us because that is a stock Vegas transition that was used back in like 2011 heavily, and it never, ever looked good.
Never once.
What would happen if Goku were to enter the Bleach universe? Or in other words, if Ichigo Kurosaki was to meet with Son Goku?
No, we
how would this
understood
affect-
what that meant. There was no in other words. That is the words.
His regular powers. Oh. Just hanging out in a young boy's room, no problem.
Can we hear how he does Grimjow?
Yeah, sure.
getting ready to fight with the Arrancar. Ichigo senses a huge spiritual pressure coming.
Oh, he lost it. Where's up with Ichigo's big long face?
Fight with the Arrancar. Ichigo senses a huge spiritual pressure coming towards his way, and that was no one other than Grimmjow.
He is clearly getting people to draw these now.
Yeah, which is odd because if you go back, those were all three just stock images, vectors.
Yeah, you can see the artifact.
These are pure vectors.
Grimmjow was able to find Ichigo and said, "So here you are. I take it you're Ichigo Kurosaki, huh? How the hell you know me?"
Why is Ichigo's voice deeper than Grimmjow's? Please to be explained.
I take it you're Ichigo Kurosaki, huh? How the hell you know me? Let me guess.
What is up with this Super Saiyan 3 Goku voice?
He sounds like a toddler who just learned how to speak.
Please swap those two voices.
It would be better.
You're an Arrancar. That is right. Then I'll fight you here myself. Bonkai!
Oh, I got chills for that. Oh, that was so
Why was it just Grimmjow's face there?
I just want either Ichigo to transform or Goku to become a Soul Reaper.
Super Saiyan God, Ichigo, I saw it.
Oh no.
He did try to do everything he can to help him, but Ichigo was not able to understand the move, and that was nothing but the Kaioken. Upon teaching Ichigo the Kaioken, Ichigo then saw that this was his opportunity to try to use it, as he decided to go use his Kaioken. Alright then, how about I end this with my Kaioken?
You did.
Why would you need to explain the process of
just one of them?
And then have Ichigo literally say it in his mind.
Because he needs to hit that 1 hour and 54 minute mark for some reason.
Are you ready to lose now?
It's not even.
It's just the echo that he put on.
I guess that was the end of that episode. Yeah, Kenpachi.
Can I hear his Kenpachi?
I mean, we might as well hear all these muffs.
Power clash with each other as they were going at it back and other. The objective here was not to secure because to please Lord Aizen on Goku, while Goku instantly went in power to become a Mega Wave and aiding towards as their wave had a battle clash with one another and they both got dispersed. I must admit, your power really has gotten a lot stronger, Okira. You're definitely not bluffing. I'm actually amazed it's this strong. Like I said, don't be so cocky. You won't stand a chance against me now. My power far exceeds yours. As Okira came right in front of Okira
definitely put something on there.
His second round has begun the power entering to a different realm.
He doesn't have
Goku
this
said,
many voices.
"Whoa."
Stop adding
Downstairs
people.
was like all sunny and bright.
What is those lights in the background?
And here it's like all gloomy and dark.
You know.
Alright then, you wanna fight me here? Then let's do it. This will be your deathbed. No, this will be your deathbed, Saiyan. You gotta know something.
No, you.
I was a starter number 4. But
The
after
field point
training,
and everything.
Aizen made me number 1. Really? Wait, power. To be since who power like any they're not power don't spirit of fart. Now, are you ready to show me how strong you are? Super Saiyan 2.
What?
He added the lightning in
What are you
post.
using?
I
You
appreciate
can call this Super Saiyan 2. Now, are you ready to show me
Lui's
how strong
crazy.
you are? Super.
They faded out and it faded.
Super Saiyan 2. What the hell are you? I told
He
you
just said it.
I'm a Saiyan, and I have more transformation than this. As they stare towards one another, and with that, their final round has begun. Hey, Okiura! What the? Okiura is on Goku's side and said, Hey, Okiura! What the hell is going on? Why are you in his side? Quiet, you fool. If I were you, step aside. Otherwise you will die here. Ha! Looks like you became a traitor!
AKA Beak Sleeper, says, Supin Salad.
I'll gladly kill
He's a
before he could say
one-man
another
band.
word. Goku went and he one-shot him for the love, but the wave hit his fight. Hey, who the hell you think you are? That was
He
my
just
fight.
has a gruff guy voice. Then he just speeds up or slows down. Hey, Ukiura!
Konpachi wasn't able to move since Goku is in the Super Saiyan 2 state. Byakuya was very impressed and looked towards him and said, You are one strong opponent. What
That's
is your
not
name?
his voice.
My name is Goku. Hey, speaking of my name, where's Ichigo? Ichigo Kurosaki has returned back to the world of the living. He is
What
there
does
to
that
protect
mean?
it from
We're not
Aizen.
even-
Wait, what? Even Lady Yororichi. With all three of them working together to him, while Ichigo was finding how weak he is, Ichigo felt very pathetic, and he also felt that he might not be able to stand a chance against Goku and all. Aizen was still able to get through all the battles that Ichigo has been. Got Ichigo his fault. Alright, Gin, let's go into the Soul Society. It is time we go to the real Karakura town and create the Okin. As you wish, my lord. I'm here to follow
Okin?
Yin's voice is terrible.
Karakura town and create the Okin. As you
What
wish,
is
my lord.
the Okin?
It's time we go to the real Karakura town and create the Okin. As you wish, my lord. I'm here to follow wherever you go.
I'm
With that,
definitely
they
not
open-
gonna betray you.
What are we missing? Keys K. Yuhata Keys K. Oh.
Dude, what is
what is this? Okay. Alright, let's just hear some of the other ones before we get
Soul
into
Society. I see I'm Goku. So your name has been passed around throughout the entire Soul Society.
Not even trying.
Yeah, gave up. I don't know if we get Keys K. Yeah, I don't think we get Keys. Oh wait, no. They were sitting around. Yeah.
Led him to this world, and amazed to see Goku is a Saiyan, nevertheless, not a human of a spiritual pressure. From there, Kisuke had an idea, as he told Goku that he's able to reopen that portal and send Goku back to where he was. But before he does, he needs to do a lot of fixing, although that was a lie. Kisuke's plan is to see, since Goku is so strong, and if Goku stays here, he can help him with their fight with Aizen, and then even beat Aizen. Because if Goku beats Aizen, he could bring peace to stall as much he can. Time. By the way, I don't think that'll be necessary, Ichigo. He could stay over with me. It's fine. By the way, there's a place I could stay. Yeah. You could stay at my house. I don't think that'll be necessary, Ichigo. He could stay over with me. It's fine, Kisuke. I actually wanted to take him with me. I don't know, there's something about you, Goku. When I'm around you, I feel so positive. It's like you have this positive vibe which makes people want to follow you.
Oh god, he's
Aizen,
such a glazer.
Ichigo has now arrived. As they all saw that Ichigo had longer hair and everything because he was able to train inside of Doganto. And with that, he looked towards Goku and Goku began to go into everything as it will end Aizen. Throwing a gadget, he saw it was an illusion as Goku came right in front of him, and with that, Goku strike the whole Goku, getting into cracks the ground as he couldn't win this battle. He was able to destroy Lord Aizen. Could be this strong. Wow, Goku! I never thought your power could be this strong. How in the world are you this powerful, Goku?
Don't add characters.
Why are you putting so much stank on his voice?
Your power could be this strong. How in the world are you this powerful, Goku? Something doesn't add up. After all, I did tell you I'm a Saiyan.
That is legitimately
Dragon
Dragon Instinct
You
Goku.
guys.
Yep, to the top.
Hey, don't rub it in. While everyone was very happy, they couldn't believe that Goku was able
Why
to
is his chain going directly into his balls?
As they all saw that Ichigo had longer hair and everything, because he was able to train inside the door. This power you have, Goku. You sneak if I use
go
well, to sacrifice my soul reaper power just to defeat Aizen. Your soul reaper power.
Is that Gogeta?
It sure looks like it, doesn't it?
He's got extra bangs. That might just be Gogeta.
I sacrifice
wait, go back. Because the puffy shoulders, that looks like this is Gogeta.
For power, what do you mean? Able to pretty much domestic registers Ichigo saved and began forming Hogyoku form. Sure, and he went and screamed, transforming into his Hogyoku form.
The hair was cut off, redrawn from fusion. I thought so.
Is he using AI?
For the script or for the character?
The characters.
That's a good question. A second. Let's see if anything comes up with it. He could simply be just commissioning people.
Or he could be using AI.
Pizza Steak says,
oh, no.
Hey guys, did I mention I was a Saiyan?
I'm a Saiyan. Can you go back a little bit so we get a bit more of a full body? Yeah, that's good. I'm a destroyer.
I'm a destroyer.
There is no... This is not online. So it could be commissioned or it could be AI. I am not going to say that he uses it.
And the rest of you Soul Reap have done you, Goku. You're back at it, Aizen. Okay then, how about I go and destroy you now? Huh, not so easy. You tried that before. It was against my weak body. Let's see you try this in this new body. Oh, I see. So
what?
Not bad.
Where did all of his detail go? What is this? Why?
Getting closer to the end. Who? Oh, those.
The bounce?
Yeah, why are the bounce here? And are there more voices?
They were able to stop it. Since Goku had no way of coming back home yet, Kisuke Urahara said that it'll take him at least minimum a year and a half to get everything ready for Goku to get sent back home. Since at first he was bluffing when he said to Goku when they met each other, while Goku's enjoying his time in Karakura Town and all, since Ichigo never lost his Soul Reaper power, the Ginjo arc when it really happened, Ginjo's whole purpose was
the bounce arc just didn't happen. Alright, that's fine. Are we all cool with that?
Yeah, we don't care.
He didn't lose his powers, so we didn't. Why did Captain of the Soul Reapers go nuclear? What happened there? Wait a second, can we get her voice?
You know he's not gonna do Yoruichi.
They saw that Yoruichi has come as she was in distress, and when they asked what happened,
it is crazy you said she has come and then do this.
She told them everything that's going on in the Soul Society as is going down, and that the Soul Society will be destroyed if they don't do anything to stop it. Upon hearing that, got Goku's universe, but the rumor has it now. What do you mean the Soul Society is gonna be destroyed? Well, apparently the rumor has it now that there's been Quincy that's trying to attack the Soul Reaper. Saw that Genryusai Yamamoto was fighting with the dummy, but they had no idea who that was. With that, Genryusai was trying to do everything he can to overpower that dummy, Yuhaba, and he was able to now finally defeat him, but he turned out to be just a dummy. That wasn't the real him. The real Yuhaba has appeared and said, "You have failed big time, Genryusai."
Failed big time!
Epic ponage!
Massive L, dog!
L plus ratio, Yamamoto!
Thank you, your wholesome bro, for re-upping to the phone.
How do you know me? Who the hell?
Bro.
What is
it? A while since I last saw you, Ichigo.
Ichigo!
As he stared towards him and said, "It's been a while since I last saw you, Ichigo."
It sounds like the South Park voice about Ichigo.
As he stared towards him and said, "It's been a while since I last saw you, Ichigo." How do you know me? Who the hell are you? I am Yuhaba. So you're the one who was responsible for the destruction of the Soul Society? That is right. And I heard that you're the one who destroyed Aizen. If you're that strong to beat someone like Aizen, I'm really interested in you. You wanna fight me? Then here I am. Now before I do! As Ichigo charged right towards Yuhaba, and he began to swing his sword towards
Gaming and Beerage says,
Yuhaba was easily
voice
overpowered.
acting.
He didn't transfer, he turned into a sage or something in Naruto.
Yeah, we got nothing. We got Jim.
Come on.
He ain't even go blue and still beat this man. This is...
Come on. Go to one of his older videos. I just want a transformation before we bounce. So you could go to one of his older ones.
We shouldn't even be giving...
Go back up.
Playlist.
Yeah. No. Right there where it says popular oldest.
I mean, I wanted to go a little bit.
Oh, he's got... It took him a while before he started doing the...
I saw Fairy Tail, by the way.
Rainbow Goku! Is that Tournament of Power? No, this is Beerus World instead of Yardrat. Wait, I thought that they were a fusion. No, that was a different one.
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct
I still want to see that.
Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal
I think this was
Instinct
before
Goku.
he was doing those things. I think he was just using clips. Thank you for Super Chat, your wholesome bro. Wait, this is My Hero Academia. It doesn't look like it.
We're done with that, unfortunately. Go on back if you want to, but that's
Very
dead
hard.
and done.
As Cumber let go of Goku, and from
What
there...
do you mean? Yeah, he just does it.
No, he just puts it over to the side. It's not peak. It's not what we're looking for. You know it. Oh, he was going crazy back in the day.
Look at that white... Oh, that's the Tournament of Goku Part 2. Yeah, we finished up the March stuff, and now we're just killing time before we bounce. What? Omni Key, why is his hair... Why is his hair half and half like that?
Because he's... Oh, no. Oh, no.
What if Goku was born with
Hi,
Omni
Zaldonic
Key?
says, I just woke up and now after this I want to die. Thank you.
What if Goku in Ball Z?
I despise this. Where was he? Unless he transforms into something that we are all know and comfortable. Where did his eyes go? What does this look?
Oh, he was just getting his footing. He was... Oh, dude.
Use his Super Saiyan God, and now their power has clashed with one another. Goku, a Saiyan that was born with Omni Ki, was fighting with Vegeta.
What are those Broly eyes?
And attacked, and he threw...
Look at him trying to spice this up. Stay in your lane.
You can see when he started turning.
As he went and he decked him in his guts and attacked free. To go in. This is well worth a training, monkey. You can call this Platinum Frieza.
Oh, I was mistaken.
No, he's done Platinum Frieza. Unless that was Platinum Cell. He did something with Cell as well. That's just a lie.
Goku has transformed to a Super Saiyan God and said, "You're good, Frieza, but I'll finish you off myself."
What is his voice?
You really are something. Okay then, this is going to be a good fight. It's a good thing I trained all this year. Now come and show me what you got. Before he can say another word, Goku came and... Hi, my face it, monkey. You don't stand a chance against us. It's time I show you why it's futile to fight me.
It's us.
Me. What is this? Diamond Frieza.
I was going Azure Frieza.
Frieza has now used his final form. You can call this Frieza Blue.
Why would we even try? Why would we even try?
He has a scheme going of gold, platinum, blue. I was gonna say true Frieza. That would have been better than just Frieza blue.
With his key pressure, Frieza managed to go and destroy most of Planet Namek's land.
What?
As it all turned into rubble
Just
and
by
had begun
existing?
sinking inside the ocean, Goku and Vegeta stood side by side.
Adrian Rusco
as-
says, Yo, I got it right.
Crazy.
What if
10K?
Goku
Are you
was
happy
born
for
with
thinking on the
Omni-Ki?
same
How
wavelength
would this
as
impact
Goku
Dragon Ball
T23?
Z Part 5.
I don't want it to
Then
scream.
said, did you know why you feared me, Frieza? It's because I was born with something called Omni-Ki. And from what I heard that I managed to go and erase all of your amount of energy he let out just to erase Frieza's man. But Goku got a grip as he looked towards Frieza and smiled and said, now, look at this.
Now check this out. Nice nuanced character writing, dipshit. Go back to his foot, his right foot. What is that?
Oh yeah. Huh. Like it's mirrored or something.
Or a cutout
Of somebody,
watermark.
or even somebody else that was standing next to him.
I hate this so much.
Goku has transformed into his Super Saiyan Blue.
Blue.
But he's
What
Omni, so
if
it's different.
Goku was Z Omni-Ki?
Blue
How would this
Omni
impact
Vegito.
Dragon Ball Z.
No way. No way we're doing.
Over to the right.
Okay. It is definitely Vegito.
And then of course Cell is here.
Why would
Standard.
Why would you need all of that for sale?
Because it's Blue
Even
Cell.
damaged, and from there, he begun. Yes, children.
DAB like.
Don't do this.
Yes, children. This is the power what you can call Cell. Cell rushed towards Gohan as he grabbed him by his face and smashed it to the ground, and he punched him really hard as he powered up an attack. Bring it on, Cell. We'll end you. Broly came right next to them. Non-Cell went and built it, smashed him to the ground. Goku went and powered up as he rushed towards
Unknown
Cell,
Gaming XL
and he was
says,
hitting with everything he's
"Yes,
got,
children."
but Cell went and grabbed Goku's both arm and said, is that all you got, Goku? How pathetic. Here, I thought that you would be a challenge, but you turned out to be nothing but a disappointment.
What is his voice
tried
for
his
this
best.
gentleman?
He tried.
What if Goku was born with Omni-Ki? How would this impact Dragon Ball Z? Big body Cell had the power of Omni-Ki due to Goku's DNA that was inside him, and therefore he was extremely deadly.
Beerus, no!
Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, Raditz, and everyone went and they teamed up as they started to attack as one, but they
Let's
didn't.
hear it.
You've been toying
Hero
with me,
Z,
Vegito.
we're gonna
Why don't you show me your
do
true power
something
then?
with Hero.
Okay, and if you ask
me.
What? To Piccolo Cell, and he said, I see you've been toying with me, Vegito. Why don't you show me your true power then? Okay, and if you ask.
Was it just the same voice too?
I don't think so. But it might have been. Just pitched down slightly.
Why would his eyebrow not be?
Because that would look goofy.
Call me Vegito Blue.
No, he definitely just copied it and moved it back slightly.
And pitched it down just a little.
What is this power? Why do I sense it somewhere
say
far
it.
away from this place? And where's Louise? And also Vegeta. Whatever they are, but this power is really something. It woke me up from my sleep. Huh, Vegito Blue, don't be silly. That is the worst name I have ever heard. Before Cell can finish his sentence, Vegito came right in front of him as he grabbed him.
Are you flaming himself?
What if Goku was born
Omni
with
Ultra Instinct?
Omni Instinct.
We're not doing this anymore. We're good.
You just get to.
Dude.
It's the very. I just want to hear the last one. How is this still going?
Goku.
When will
Angel
it
Essence
end?
Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
Have y'all seen Kimetsu no Jojo? It's actually funny. No, I haven't heard it.
I've
I'll
not
look
heard
it
of
up.
that.
I will look it
as
up.
well. There's the finale. He's the Infinity Goku.
Oh, it's that one. Then we're out of here. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Why is it just the Infinity Goku after it was always?
Because it was Ultra Omni Goku or something, remember?
No, I don't remember.
Well, you're the fool.
Do you remember? What?
All right. See y'all next
Frieza
week.
Blue.
See y'all next week.
Next week, My Hero, Because Reasons.
Yep.
And DSP. We will stop coming to these.
Never took away the Out on a Mission.
Stop coming to these. Shove off. We will.
Yep.
All those good stuff. Android Goku. I don't remember what that was. Harry Potter Because Reasons when? Soonish.
I think it's the one we're doing at the end of the year. I think we're doing it in December. I think Viewer Request Month is in November.
It's the one after My Hero, definitely.
Yes.
And that's going to be fun.
Yep. All right. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Bye-bye.